Yo, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we are going to do your reading from now until mid-January. This is going to be a general read. I'm going to take a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, your challenge is the Judgment, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, you have the Hermit, okay? So for you, Scorpio, your challenge is the Judgment, realizing something, awakening to something, getting the truth about something. Something wants your attention here, okay? And that's the challenge because maybe you're too busy to see this, maybe you're not aware of it, but there's something here that is trying to grab your attention. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see why that's showing up for you in a minute. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Devil, and you have the Justice. So in the recent past, I do feel that there was a toxic situation that you were involved in, okay? There could have been a lot of power struggles. There could have been a lot of, what's that word I'm looking for? There could have been a lot of this insecurity, okay? Either from you or your partner. Somebody here maybe didn't trust you or you didn't trust them. There was a lot of this bondage energy where, if you went out, your partner would say, "Where are you?" They would call you all the time. Either way, something here that was very unhealthy in the past was finally set right. And I feel justice was served for you in the past, or you wanted justice here in the past. Some of you received justice here in the past, but I feel the justice that you received, it may have not been enough, or it may have not been to your satisfaction. We're gonna get more information on this in a minute. Now, in the present moment, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the Four of Cups, and you have the Three of Swords. So in the present moment, there is sadness and there is pain. And the sadness and pain is coming in because, and I feel this is not you, I feel this is somebody that you're dealing with. Many of you have been on and off with someone. You haven't been consistent with this person. They don't know where they stand with you. This is a love relationship. There's a lot of sadness. I do get a sense here, if this is you, many of you may have tried to make an offer to somebody, but they rejected you, or they acted as if they weren't interested in you, and it caused you pain. This is what I'm seeing. We're going to find out more in a moment. In the near future, you have the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups, and you have the Four of Swords. So in the near future, there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of focus on love and happiness. And I feel something here is finally going to be resolved. This situation that you're resolving things with could be with a Gemini. I'm also getting a Pisces. I'm also getting a fire sign. I'm getting a Leo here really strong. Some of you could be Sagittarius, but I'm getting Leo more than I am getting Sagittarius. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit, which, the Hermit's doing a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating, just spending a lot of time alone, analyzing and thinking about things. So let's hop into your reading, Scorpio. Let's not waste any more time, and let's get some details on your situation. Okay, so the Judgment, your challenge from now until mid-January, someone's trying to get your attention. There's signs, there's something there's a message here, okay? Knight of Swords, you have the Devil, and you have the Temperance. Your biggest challenge here is to really think before you take action towards something or someone. This is about your love life. Many of you have been interested in love. You've been, moving towards love. You want love, but a lot of you may not realize that a situation that you really want may not be healthy for you. It may not be good for you. So the message here is that, and I feel this is more of a warning than anything else. It may resonate, it may not, but there's definitely something here about taking your time when engaging with someone, starting a relationship with someone, being interested in someone. Really get to know this person before you fully immerse yourself 100% into them, because you don't want to find yourself disappointed like you were in the past, okay? And that's going to be a big part of your challenge. Let's talk about the recent past. Okay, so in the recent past, there was a very toxic connection that you were involved in. Okay, with the devil here. Very toxic, unhealthy. 5 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. There were so many issues in this relationship where, you know, if there was one issue and you tried to resolve that issue and then another issue would pop up and then another issue. I see a lot of power struggles here in the past. I see a lot of issues connected to inconsistencies in terms of equal give and take within the relationship. And I'm also seeing rejecting energy where one of you could have been too busy for the other person, or there just wasn't enough understanding between you and them. I'm also seeing breadcrumbing energy where somebody here in the past, they just either they didn't have time for the other person, or they just weren't able to give or do as much as they may have wanted to here in the past. You have the Page of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands, and you have the 7 of Swords. Yeah. So the 7 of Swords here in the recent past, somebody here thought that they could get away with, you know, taking advantage of a situation. And I feel that many of you were dating multiple people here in the past, okay? So you could have been dating multiple people, or this person could have been dating multiple people. But either way, the situation here, when you tried to start to have a new beginning with this person in the past, everything that was meant to be shown to you, lies, deception, dishonesty, the fact that this person wasn't in alignment with you, it became so clear here in the past. And I'm also getting that you and this person started to slowly drift apart. That's what I was getting here, okay, in the past. Now, even though all this was happening, the Justice is here, which is telling me that you still were able to receive some sort of fairness out of the situation. So even if you felt dogged out of the situation and you felt that you were treated really badly, it still came back into balance for you is what it's telling me. You have the Page of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Yeah. So I do feel that this person promised you in the past that they would resolve things with you. But every time you gave this person a chance to resolve things with you, there was more talking than actually taking action, okay? So I feel that this Justice card is more of, hey, I'm promising to do this for you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it's gonna go. So there was a promise here, you know, let's fix the situation, let's make it better. Yeah, I trust that we're gonna do this. And you may have given this person chance after chance after chance to do that, but either the situation was delayed or you didn't really see this person making changes. Many of you gave this person multiple chances here in the past to resolve things. Okay, let's talk about the present moment, because in the present moment, somebody here is still sad. They're still disappointed over something that happened. I believe that this is very much connected to what happened in the past. Let's see. Have very high expectations for you and this person who caused you pain. You have the 10 of Cups, you have the King of Wands, and you have the King of Cups. Yeah. Fire sign for many of you, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm getting a Gemini here or a Pisces. And I mentioned that in the near future. Okay. So those are the signs that are showing up. If your person is not one of those signs, they could have that sign prominent in their astrology chart. So what is making you feel hurt right now in the present moment, Scorpio, is the fact that you had a vision of how you wanted this relationship to go. And when it didn't live up to that, as it hasn't in the present moment, there's a strong energy here of you going about your day and doing things, but you're still hurt and you're still overwhelmed by the situation. Many of you have been reaching out to friends, or you've been spending a lot of time on your own, the Hermit and the Knight of Cups here. Your priority in the present moment is your financial situation. I think all of us are focused on our financial situation, but not only are you focused on your financial situation, Scorpio, you're also focused on your long-term abundance. And a lot of you are learning in the present moment, especially with the Judgment, is that there's a need for you to rely on yourself. And I feel that's what you're doing, especially with the Hermit here in the present moment. You're doing a lot of this meditating, going within, focusing on yourself. And you're also purging something in the present moment. You're purging things that are not in alignment with these new beliefs that you have. So I see you transitioning. You're going from this place of clinging onto this idea of happiness. And even though it's not there right now and it hasn't completely manifested for you, a lot of you are moving more towards this abundant energy and looking for that abundance within yourself. And that's actually the starting point of creating manifestation for yourself. Now, you also have the Four of Cups. This is beautiful energy here in the present moment. It's very clear what isn't for you. You don't have to question anything. If something is blocked, if something isn't working, every time you try to make it work, it doesn't work for you. It's simply just not for you. You have the Tower and the Lovers. So in the present moment, what is challenging for you and this person, this is somebody that you love. What is challenging, and here's the thing, whether it's true love or not, love goes through challenges. And that's the whole point of this channel. The point of this channel is to look at how we can improve our development through love. So right now in the present moment, there's a blocked energy. The reason why there's a blocked energy is because there's unresolved pain in the present moment. Is there a lot of love between you and this person? Absolutely. There always will be a lot of love between you and this person, but the relationship has broken down to a point where it's no longer stable. And the message here for you is that in order for this situation to be stable, it will take time. It will require an approach of being logical rather than just being emotional, right? Because there was issues in the past that were never really addressed. There was many issues and they were never really addressed. Not because you don't love each other, but because maybe there was never any time, or maybe one of you felt there really wasn't any problems. But I do feel that you and this person wanted to work it out here in the past. Was there an opportunity to do that? I don't know. For some of you, there could have been. For some of you, there couldn't have been. But either way, there is still a lot of love here, but there's blocked energy because the fact that the relationship is breaking down. So many of you may be turning inward to focus on yourself and to focus on what you can control at this time. All right. I still feel this situation is going to evolve. I don't feel it's going to stay like this. It's going to change, but it may take some time. And that's part of your challenge with the Temperance being a part of your challenge. Okay. If the camera will focus. There we go. All right. Let's talk about the near future. So like I said to you, Scorpio, in the near future, things look quite promising for you. Something changes here, and it changes when you least expect it. The first thing that I see here for you, Scorpio, is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about healing. It's talking about being able to really go within, rest, heal, and prepare for some sort of new journey that is coming in. You have the Nine of Cups, you have the Star, and you have the Justice. There it is in the near future. So like I said, whatever this situation was in the past that wasn't resolved, it will be resolved. You don't have to worry about it. It will be resolved, but the timing has to be right. The timing has to be right in the situation. And I think one of the things that really brings this opportunity to really set the situation right, the situation from the past that never really was set right, is the fact that you no longer expect this person to come in and admit things to you or take responsibility or do what they should do. Instead, you're focusing on what you can control, the Star and the Nine of Cups. You're so focused on you, self-care, self-love. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on, I see spa days you're going to. You may be doing a certain program to improve yourself. Like, you're focusing on you, right? And when you start to focus on yourself, the universe sees that. Right? Your angels see that. This person that you've had issues with, they feel that. And because they feel that, that's when justice finally comes in. It's not when you force the situation. It's not when you call this person and say, hey, you did me dirty. Now you need to set it right. It's more like, okay, you know what you did. You know that we still have things to resolve here. So I'm just going to do me and I'm going to focus on me. And when the time comes, you're going to realize that things still need to be set right between us. So this is how it plays out. And I kind of like that because I've said it so many times on the channel, you can't force somebody to fix things. You kind of just have to accept that's the way it is. And if it's going to resolve itself, it will resolve itself when you let go. And that's what's happening. You have the Ten of Cups here as well. There's so much happiness and abundance that's coming into your life, Scorpio. I don't think you realize that. You have the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Five of Wands. Here's the thing. If you've been in conflict with this person, I feel that the way this situation is resolved in a way where, you know, when people are angry at one another, you know, you're in a partnership, you're in a relationship, you're, you know, kind of just angry at one another, right? And you two love each other so much that it comes to the point where, yeah, you're arguing, but then you realize, you know what? We love each other. Yes, we have differences of opinion. Yes, I have my opinion, you have your opinion, but we freaking love each other. That's what I see here with the Ten of Cups. It's like, I love you. I'm willing to fight for this happiness, for me to be happy with you. So you two are very different from one another, either different backgrounds, different languages, or even if you're the same language, there's something very, very spiritually different from one another. And this is what attracts you in this person. I don't feel this is a new person. I feel it is somebody that you've had conflict with, but over time, you're going to resolve things with them. And this new year that we are in is signaling that, right? You have the Five of Wands here. You have the Moon, you have the Eight of Swords, and you have the Queen of Wands. Yes. So some of you may decide, even though there is an opportunity here to fix conflict and to be happy in the end with this person, others of you may decide to be alone or stay alone, okay? That's for some of you. Even though there is an opportunity for you and this person to get back together, even though you may have different backgrounds, different language, different whatever. Some of you are actually very similar to this person. So you're either very, very similar to this person or you're completely different from them. But for those of you who are dealing with somebody who's very similar to you, because there's so much unresolved emotions, one of you, either you or this person, one of you may decide to completely shut down, okay? And again, the reason why I'm giving you two scenarios here is because things can go either way. I always like to show you what the options are because I don't want to just say this is how it is and this is how it will be, because you have your free will, right? But essentially here, somebody, and again, if you're dealing with someone who's very similar to you, you may decide, you know what? I'd rather focus on myself and be alone. And it's because the emotions are so heavy. And even if this person tries to resolve things with you, if it's not resolved to your satisfaction, that may be a decision that you choose, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for your reading. Let's get some advice. For you, Scorpio, you have the Fool, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So your biggest piece of advice here is to recognize what a healthy relationship looks like for you, okay? So a healthy relationship for you is maybe one that challenges you to step outside of your comfort zone, which is the Fool. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. A healthy relationship is one where there is equal understanding, equal give and take. And also a healthy relationship is one where there's a lot of contemplation or reevaluation connected to the past, right? So if you were trying to do that here in the past, you were trying to maybe, look at things that happened in the past to resolve them and to make them better, many of you may have felt that you weren't supported in being able to do that. And that's the reason why a relationship here didn't work out. However, it doesn't mean that you're not entitled to a new beginning. A new beginning will happen at some point, okay? Whether you want it or not, it will happen. That's part of life. But the message here is that before you truly step into a new beginning and you take that risk, create a vision, create a picture of what this new beginning will look like and how it will go. This way you have an expectation and you can stick to that expectation instead of just going along with whatever comes to you. This is about recognizing when something is for you and when it's not for you. It's going to be up to you, but essentially this is what I see for you, okay? So Scorpio, I hope this reading helped. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.